Kevin, my guy, what's up, man?
What's up, Chris? How are you? I'm just tweeting out the link.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing awesome, man. My new job was supposed to start today. My guy I'm working for got caught up in Dallas, so I'm gonna start tomorrow.
Okay.
Went to the casino with my mom, had lunch. Awesome, relaxing day. I'm feeling so
Nice.
good, ready to tackle the world tomorrow, man.
Nice. How you do at the casino?
I ended up making $2.61.
That is better than losing $2.61.
But it was crazy, man. We went to this. Apparently, my mom's been on this roll lately. Like on the way, she's like, "Yeah, your dad and I have been going. I won like $4 grand this month." I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
So we get on the high roller slot machine. We're playing like $10 slots, and we're down like $300 down on our last spin, and $600. It's like up 3, down 3, up 6, down 6. And I'm like, I'm even. Let's go to lunch. I'm out. I had a good time.
Wow.
Spent the day with my mom, and
yeah,
it was great.
That's good. Even if you lose a little bit, at least you had fun doing something.
Yeah, typically when my wife and I go, we take X amount of dollars and say, "Hey, we're cool losing this because it's like entertainment and time together, not necessarily gambling." If you have any left, great. If you're up at the end, even better. Hey, Chad, what's up?
I miss going I used to go to AC with my friends a couple times a year. Like, we haven't been in 2 years now. Like, we just keep talking about, like, we got to go. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. We used to go to Atlantic City every summer since I was 21 till that hurricane came through that, like, destroyed the boardwalk and everything.
Yeah, 2012.
And then just recently they put a casino in Columbus. We used to have to drive to Wheeling, West Virginia, or Washington, Pennsylvania to go. So.
Oh, that's good. At least it's close.
Good time, man.
Well, tomorrow's a new day. Your first day, right?
Absolutely. I'm so excited. Really don't know what to expect. I think it's more of a getting my feet wet type thing. The next week I'll have like human resources orientation and get my laptop and all that stuff and just get going. I'm so excited. I know they're excited to have me. The dude was like, "Yeah, man, you all ready to come? We're so fired up to have you here." I'm like, it's just so nice to know you're wanted by a company.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
And then my last day, I still got to work a little bit Saturday. My last full day at work was Wednesday. They got me some pizza and a goodbye cake, and that was really nice too. I mean, I've been there for 13 years and, served the city of Westerville in my community. So it was really, really nice. I thought of my bosses to recognize that. So they're awesome. And it's, it's melancholy. It really is bittersweet to leave, but to go somewhere you want to go. So
that's true. Sometimes you got to make those choices. This one's a great choice. I can tell already.
Yeah, I think so. But, I'm going to a cards company, and that's very heavily reliable upon, teams playing. First on our topic list is the Major League Baseball lockout. I've got a lot of thoughts on it. I know you do too. Why don't you go ahead and fire off a round or two?
I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed. We all knew this was coming. We're going to have 3 years in a row now without a full baseball season. Think about that. 3 years in a row between trying to get everything organized the last 2 years and the shortened season and games being canceled with COVID and now this. And, you knew the CBA was expiring. It's been talked about for the last couple of years that, hey, this is going to be a problem. And, I'm mad at everyone. I'm mad at the owners. Mad at the players. I can understand somewhat why the players are annoyed, but it's just ridiculous. How can you just not split the difference? We're talking a lot of money, but we're talking about ownership with a lot of money too, and it's just absurd. And I hate everybody right now that's involved. It's gonna get resolved eventually, but how many games do we have to miss? And then they're going to say, "Oh, we can't market the game. We're losing money." Well, why do you think? Why do you think? Between this and blacking out games, why do you think? It's just absurd. I think that they might miss a whole month before this is resolved. And then everyone, as we were saying, is going to have an oblique injury.
Yeah. Like you said, you're mad at everybody. To me, they had time to resolve this. Two sides, whether you can come to an agreement or not, you had time to resolve this. And now, people are saying, "Oh, you're missing," like you brought up a great point, you're missing 3 full seasons. of Acuna and Tatis
Yeah.
and Soto, but you're missing 3 seasons of Joey Votto at the end of his career,
That's
Miguel
true.
Cabrera at the end of his career. These guys, Clayton Kershaw, who are chasing, don't have a lot of time to chase these records. My first thought was with Votto's like Joey Votto still bangs. I mean, I'm rocking my shirt right now.
Oh, there it is.
And so, you're missing the highlights. Who knows if Trump would be healthy? Probably not. And as a fan, like I've gone to opening day every year, can't go. And when they have opening day, it's not going to be opening day. Like Cincinnati shuts the city down, and basically Bud Light just throws a party and a parade downtown. Awesome. So you're randomly going to have the first game on like May 13th on like a Tuesday versus, Washington. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's almost to the point where like I haven't missed a Reds game. I haven't missed more than 5 Reds games in a season watching them. Okay. This would probably be the least amount that I watch. Not out of protest, because I'm not that kind. Like, I don't like John Kerry, so I'm not eating Heinz, or Pepsi donates to such and such, so I'm not drinking Pepsi. Like, I'm not a boycotter. I think that's whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just I'm so disinterested. Like, I'm not excited. Right now I'm usually excited. Pitchers and catchers, prospecting with the Bowman cards and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, what are we gonna do? I don't know. Let's see what Shay has to say.
I don't even have the comments up.
Ownership revenue up 41% on average as each owner bought their team. Player salary has gone down over the last 5 years. Millionaire versus billionaire.
It is. It is in many ways. And I can understand why they're fighting for the guys that make a little bit less. But at the same time, how am I going to feel bad for you if you're going to make more money than it's going to take me 10 years to make? You'll make in 1 year. So why should I feel bad for you?
Well, I saw a good point that I thought I would raise. That just say I have no idea this number, but 1,200 Major League Baseball players. If you take them out and take the next best 1,200 Major League Baseball players, the product severely takes a tank. I mean, just look at
look at the Pittsburgh Pirates.
But if you take the next top 30 businessmen and make them owners, it doesn't tank. I mean, there's enough good businessmen who could be owners, but there's not enough good baseball players to be in the pros to make it a watchable product.
Right. It's true.
So I thought that was a good point.
No, it's very true. I'm just so annoyed because, like I was saying, I'm not going to feel bad for someone that's making $500,000. That could take me 10 years. Like, why am I going to feel bad for you?
Yeah.
Like, the stuff with the minor leaguers, absolutely, that had to get straightened out. It's ridiculous how they treat the minor leaguers or don't treat them. I mean, like, all that I definitely am on board with. I understand. It's just, at one point, like, if you're like 50 million apart, just split the difference. Like, come on, let's just go, because you're going to lose money. You're going to tick off people. Not that they care, but I don't know if you follow Frank the Tank, but Tank did a protest at outside in the city yesterday. It was hysterical. It was him and a couple of people just shouting "man fraud." It was really funny if you didn't see it. I love Frank. He's a legend.
He sounds like Reflog from Cleveland. The guy who threw the parade at the winless season. That guy's from Columbus. He's awesome.
Frank got popular because he was almost late to have Mets opening day because of NJ Transit. And the viral of him flipping out went viral, and then Barstool picked him up, and he's a legend ever since. It's hysterical. I wasn't planning on going to opening day. I went to one opening day, and like it was fun, but I could go to the second day of the season and pay $20 for a ticket up in the nosebleeds instead of $80 for opening day.
Yeah. I just think it's like a tradition with me and my dad, and now my daughter Claire goes, so it's just something that we're just going to keep on doing.
I usually get people together. I take the day off. We grill and drink beers, and it's a good time. But thank you, MLB. We can't have it this year. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Jay said owners give a WWE-style belt every year. The owners of the team spends the least in arbitration, which I saw that someone tweeted yesterday too.
I saw that. It was a CBS article. I think I saw that.
I mean, I've got the belt too at home as a ping pong championship for my family. Actually, my brother Kevin's got it because I took it once from him in 18 years, and he wanted it right back because there's an automatic rematch clause. Okay. But I held that sucker up high. And there's something to be said about that WWE belt. It's like a fantasy football trophy. It's pride.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that because I'm a serious fantasy baseball player, and we don't know what's going to happen. We usually draft the Sunday before the season starts every year. We go to the commissioner's house, we get together, we have a good time, we have food and donuts, and it's awesome, and we can't even have that. It's so much fun. Then I stay and I help put the teams in, and we just get going. And if we're going to miss a lot of time, then it's not going to be as much fun.
Yeah, that's a topic for next week, though. I have so many thoughts. I could go on for an hour about that one. But see, you're talking about the unknown. This is the first year that Top Series 1's ever had a first edition.
Yes.
So when Series 1 came out, we saw Wander prices going for $40, and now they're $5. But there's said to be over 100,000 Series 1, and there should be 8,000 first edition. Okay. Now, my box came in today, and I'm really debating hold, sell now, or rip, but every single person that I've seen rip has got a Wander base, first edition. So I'm thinking maybe there's only 8,000 boxes were sold. I have no idea. But also for paying $350 for a box, and I can sell it for $800. I mean, you're talking about $500 just profit. That basically pays for my membership.
Yeah, it does.
And to hold it, you're holding basically who wants anybody but Wander this year, realistically. So I'm almost team sell right now. It's almost there were 7,500 boxes. So there's only 7,500 boxes of that. So there's probably less than that of Wander base out there first edition. So you can tell already there's going to be more than 8,000. So it's approximately 6,000 each base, Chase says. So you can say there's going to be more than 6,000 base Series 1 Wanders PSA 10s because everyone's just going to send them in. You get one, Series 1 first edition or even a numbered, you're looking at thousands and thousands of dollars. So much color. God, Shay's going to talk me into opening this box, isn't he? James, I need that $500.
Here's the question. What else is in the box you like? Is there is it a full checklist? Because I didn't buy it, so I didn't look at the checklist.
Yeah, it's basically, the Series 1 checklist, but it says first edition on it. This is the first time they've ever had it for Series 1. They just started making it for Bowman, and the Bowman prices for first edition are nuts compared to regular.
That's true. I guess it all depends. Do you want to pay for the membership maybe in one shot?
Yeah,
or you want to see what you got in there? Maybe hit
I don't know if my wife would be too happy with me just passing up a $500. Here you go, to have this $500. Just the box itself was $300. So if I can sell it for $850 and not spend that $350 and then make $550, that's like $1,000 swing. So
let's try on the membership's pretty much paid for. I mean, you could do what I've always done. I trust the coin. I flip a coin. My friend Andrew and I, when we were in college, we didn't feel like going to class, we'd flip a coin. Whatever the coin said, we did. That's how it was. Trust the coin.
Like the Seinfeld episode, just let the coin slide.
That's where I got it from.
That's hilarious. That's awesome, man. So right now I'm leaning just selling it tomorrow. But I don't know. I mean,
you could put it up.
Morning and just opening it, so.
You go put it up and see if you get any bites, and then go from there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just have a buy it now at 1,000 and offers over 800 and see what it goes for.
You could do that, and then if it doesn't move and you get impatient, just rip it.
Well, Chase said the Wander 1-of-1's already pulled. I saw that too.
Yeah, I saw that. That's gonna go for stupid money.
What's crazy is the Bowman Heritage never dropped, and my buddy Nick Lucchese, he's got the Bobby Witt Jr. 1-of-1.
Oh,
he sent it into PSA or not PSA. He sent it to BGS. I think he got a 9.5. So he's sitting there with the Bobby Witt Jr. Bowman Heritage 1-of-1. A super fractor. He's taking bids on. He's like, nah, 10,000 isn't enough. Imagine having a card and you're saying no to $10,000.
Yeah, I would drive it and go hand it to someone for $10,000.
He's like, it's going to be worth more, and he's right. When he sold it, it's worth more now than when he would have sold it. And I talk to Nick every day. He's one of my best friends, and he was so mad it didn't come back at 10 too. I mean, that's probably $20,000 difference in that card.
That's true. I mean, it's all what someone's willing to pay for it, And
Well, now that Bobby Witt's a collector, maybe he buys it.
That's true. You gotta tag him in a post.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till you get some more money first when they're playing again.
So, we keep talking about Series 1. I know your Series 1 just dropped the other day. Why don't you tell us a little about your hockey?
I'm very excited for Series 1 hockey. The retail's not out yet, unfortunately, so I'm hoping that I can get a couple blasters, or if I can move a couple things, I'm going to just buy a hobby box. Because I did the math. If I buy 3 or 4 blasters and just start buying up Ranger singles on eBay, I'm going to spend $100. I might as well just buy the box and get it over with.
What, are you guaranteeing an auto in the hobby?
Yeah, there's the big thing with hockey is the Young Guns cards. So Trevor Zegras on the Ducks is the big guy to get this year. One of my friends actually split a case with another friend, and they opened it the other night, and he pulled they call them the Dazzler inserts, but he pulled the pink one, which is very rare, and that's going to go for dumb money for whatever he listed for. So I mean, this guy's averaging almost a point a game right now. So I mean, he's only 20. What was that?
As you're talking, I'm looking him up on the Cardboard Connection. Looks like the Young Guns is kind of like a Bowman first.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't really collect hockey, so I'm going to try to learn. Because that'll probably be one of the things I got to learn for this new job. I mean, these inserts look sweet.
Yeah, the Dazzlers look cool. The Young Guns cards look awesome this year. They look better than the last year's, I think.
I'm looking at this David Pastrnak UD canvas for Boston. It's like when he was playing in the outdoor game, there's pine trees and stuff behind him. That looks sweet.
Yeah, they do a nice job with the hockey cards. So,
Claire really likes hockey cards, and every time we go into our local card shop, he always hands her just a stack of base stuff. And we've got a ton of base hockey cards. I have no idea what to do with them.
I can tell you if they're any good.
I mean, I like, the Blue Jackets. I go to some Jackets games, but they've been terrible for forever.
They're in the playoff hunt, though, this year.
Well, this year they are, but, they've been terrible for 30 years since they got a team, and they've been good for 2 years. Like that Game 4 where they swept Tampa a couple of years ago was the loudest sporting event I've ever been to.
That's true. That was a good series. So I'm excited. I'm hoping I can get some Rangers. I'm not like a huge checklist guy, so once I get some in my possession, I'll see which Rangers cards are coming out. My friend hit a short print, actually. It's an Adam Fox and Alexei Lafreniere duo card, like Sensations, and I'm super pumped for him to pull that, and I'm hoping I can find one myself. Because those are two of my favorite players that I collect as well. So I don't know, I guess there was a delay. I don't know why they didn't release the retail at the same time. The hobby boxes went live 2 days ago. And
I think it's a production issue that they just can't make that much. Because, I mean, you're still looking at 2021 basketball cards still coming out while 21-22 are. I mean, there's football cards from last season that haven't come out yet because everything got pushed back during the pandemic. And now you can – just by sheer being able to produce the mass amount, they just can't push it out in time. So that's just what I think. I really have no idea, but
makes sense. True. I know with the hockey they have some kind of Target exclusives in the Mega Blasters. There's some inserts. So
dope.
I'll have to see what's out there, but I'm hoping that I get a bunch of Rangers cards because that's all really I want.
Well, if we rip any hockey, the Rangers will go in your pile long.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll get you some
get these Yankees stuff out of my house, man.
I'll get you some Columbus stuff. Because I'm at that point, I don't need all these extra cards laying around because I don't collect sets.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's what do you do with all your base? There's only so much you can keep and so much you can donate.
Right, I send a lot out. I'll try to sell a little bit so I can recoup what I spent on it and buy more cards and throw it right back into the economy. But it's kind of hard to say. I have to see what happens. I was saying, I got that awesome Henrik Lundqvist card a couple weeks ago. So I was really.
Is that the one you wanted to possibly send a PSA?
Yeah, let me. I got it right here. Actually, like I don't know. I'm not good with this stuff.
I was so mad today. They had the drop at noon, and I was at the casino, and I missed my allotment.
Oh, really?
So I'll have to try again on Tuesday, but I completely missed it today. But today they only gave out 3,000 spots, so it would have been super lucky to get there. Here, I'll pull you up big so you can show it better. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. Let me.
There it is. So it's numbered. It's got a patch and his autograph. So it's in nice shape. The corners are pretty good.
I just think the patch cards are so hard to grade.
And it's numbered to 25.
Just the thicker cards or the patch are just so hard to grade to get
right.
edges.
It's pretty thick.
Yeah.
See, that's what happened to me on this one. Where is it? I think I got it right here. I think this was I pulled in an OHL, the first box of hockey that I bought since I started collecting again. I pulled this numbered to 30, and I ended up only getting a PSA 8 on it, so I was really annoyed. But you can see it's very thick.
Yeah.
And that's when I found out what a one-touch was. I was trying to figure out what to do, and everyone's like, you got to buy a one-touch. I'm like, what the heck is that? So
well, hopefully now you know, right?
Now I know. So I had to see, like, that would be cool. Like, I don't really care about the grade per se. I just don't want the card to get ruined, and then if it's in there, then it can't get messed up, you know?
Absolutely. I just like the fact that encasing it anyways protects it from the weather. I think, I collect Cody Bellingers. Like, this is like a $5 card, but it's sweet. It's a PSA 10.
Yeah.
I'll have this in here for like $15, or it was probably like $8 I got on eBay, or have the wall for $1.50. In 50 years, this card's going to look better than one sitting in a one-touch or sitting in just wall anyway. So actually, this one's a 9. So
that's a good point.
I love that Pandora on the card. That looks sweet on the optic.
Oh yeah, those optic cards are nice.
Yeah, actually, my favorite card that I own is a Nick Senzel optic rookie auto out of 10. I mean, it's severely off center. I wouldn't get it graded. I might get it like just encapsulated, but it's gold. It looks really nice. It's like the favorite.
Do they offer those services? They'll just put it in a nice case for you without the grading.
Yeah, you can do that. It still costs money, so it's like for like $5 more, just get it graded.
Oh yeah, well, forget it.
Because they do authentications of autographs and stuff. They'll just mark it authentic, or a lot of like older cards that they won't even grade. They'll just say, "Yeah, this is a real Mickey Mantle. This is an authentic card." So you can.
Oh, is that why they say? Because I've seen that with all the vintage. I'm like, what does it mean? It's authentic. Like, what grade is that?
So a lot of the vintage, they'll just grade it A as an authentic, just meaning it's a real card, but it's in such bad shape that. They're not going to grade it. They're just going to say, yeah, this is real.
Well, that's all that matters, I suppose. Is knowing that it's real. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I try to be very disciplined in my buying, but I don't know. I might make an impulse purchase because I had a really bad day.
Yeah, I'm not disciplined. I just buy random crap. My wife's like, "There's $10 in the bank account. What are you doing?" I'm like, all right, I'll sell all this stuff. My bad.
See, I'm smart about it. If we make like a Walmart order online, I'll check to see if there's a blaster sling and just sneak it in the order.
Nice.
It's like, oh, well, I hadn't hit the shipping minimum. There we go.
That's quality stuff there, man.
It is. I think we had to make a Walmart order before. I didn't see anything though. So.
Well, my last Walmart order, the delivery person gave themselves a nice tip on my card, so I was like. And I would have given you a nice tip, but you gave yourself one at 2:00 in the morning, so not gonna work.
How'd that even happen? Did you have to sign a receipt?
I have no idea. My wife does that. She does we have the Walmart Plus, and she does like a grocery delivery order. The next time you get into the app, it says, "How is your delivery from Megan or whoever it is?" Yeah. And you rate the delivery, you can add a tip. And I do just like the next day or whatever, because I asked her, "Did we get everything? Did they leave it?" Because one time someone left all the stuff right in front of our door, like we could not open our door. So no, you did not get a good star. So I asked her how it goes, and I go to rate it, and it says that we already gave her a $7 tip. Like what?
Huh.
$7 tip on delivering $6 at groceries or $60 at groceries. Like, you know what? I probably would have given her 10, but the fact that you just took it from me, like, not okay.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know how that even happened.
No,
that's crazy.
Speaking of taking it, man, you know, we already talked about they took 2 weeks of baseball from us, assuming that they're going to have a season. You know, let's talk about who we like in the divisions and our World Series predictions, man.
All right, let's take a look. I'm going to take some notes down, or attempt to at least. That way we know who we picked, and we can circle back on this. You know.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, can you write mine down too? I don't have a pen.
Yeah,
I can get a Google Sheet or Google Doc real quick.
Yeah, I can write everyone's down.
All right, cool. Well, you want to go first, or you want me to go ahead?
So you can go ahead. Where do you want to start? Which division?
Well, I'm going to go with the AL East.
That's easy. Yeah, we'll start there.
And I'm taking the Blue Jays.
Okay.
I know you're probably going to go with the Yankees or the Rays, but the Jays got that young nucleus, the dominant hitters. I feel like the pitching's finally going to come around. Tampa's the little brother that's always just there, but they're not great, but they're always in it at the end. And the Yankees are just the superstars that everyone thinks is going to win. So, I mean, I'm just going to go with Toronto. I just feel like it's their year.
I can't disagree that Toronto's good. They have a lot of young players. If they start to click and they pitch, then they certainly can make a run for the division. Absolutely. I have to pick the Yankees. Obviously, that's my team. Do I really think they're going to win the division? Probably not, but I'm not going to pick against them because I love them.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how many games are played.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Because people might go to a 4-man rotation.
Well, it's not even that. It's partially that, but with the Rays, they've had success. It's been these shortened seasons because what they do doesn't last long term. Like whatever formula they have works really well in these shortened seasons, but eventually, like it wears out at the end of the year if you have 162 games. So if it's a short season, then I think the Rays are going to win the division, but I'll stick with my Yankees pick.
All right, in the AL Central, I'm going with the White Sox. They're just too good. Like they come injury free. I mean, I'm on team Eloy Jimenez as their best player. Everyone wants to go with Luis Robert, but man, they've got Tim Anderson, who's a former batting champion. They've got no-hitter or pitchers who can throw no-hitters. They've got a bullpen. They've got an outfield. They've got defenders. Like they don't have a weakness, and they play in a terrible division. Like I'm almost taking Detroit as like the second best team, but like I don't think it's close. They run away with it. The season's over in August, kind of thing. Like this is the division that it's nowhere even close, and there's no hope for a wild card team.
I agree with everything you just said. I don't think anybody would be close. It's funny they have the Tigers so that I have the odds.
Yeah,
they have Chicago at -200 on this book. Detroit's next at +700.
Yeah, I might just go to the bank and put like $2,000 on Chicago, like right now. Just hey, free money.
Yeah, I mean, the Twins could be interesting, but like their team's kind of been blown up a little bit. So like, I don't know. Like Cleveland's not good. The Royals are hot garbage. Sorry, Garrett, if you're listening. They're just not good. It's not even going to be close.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. AL West, it all depends on Trout's health. He just can't stay healthy. So as much as I hate it, I'm going to go with the Cheaters. The Cheaters are going to win the division. The Angels will be there in the end, and really that's it. Like. And the Angels may go for a wild card. Ohtani, I just don't think he can do what he did last year again. I think it's a one-hit kind of thing. I would love to see it. I'm absolutely rooting for him. If I was up late enough to watch West Coast games, like that is absolute must-watch TV. But I'm going to go with the Cheaters. They have, I mean, like their starting pitchers are unbelievable. Like they got more Cy Youngs than any other team, except maybe the Dodgers if you count Bauer. But they're Greinke and Verlander.
It's hard to argue with any of those points. It really is. I just hate him so much that I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'd rather potentially lose this whole thing than pick the Astros. So I'm taking the Mariners. I'm taking the Mariners.
The Mariners, okay.
Young team, energetic team. They can hit. They can field. Pitching is, I don't want to say suspect at best, but it leaves a little bit to be desired. But, I mean, they showed some flashes last year.
They probably got a weak schedule, too, with the very bad division. So,
yeah, that division's not great. Like, the A's are going to fall out of relevance this year. They're not going to be relevant anymore again. And that's what the A's do every few years. They'll be good for a little bit, then they're hot garbage again, then they're good for a little bit. Like, I'm not worried about them. The Angels, I don't like their pitching staff. I don't like it. I think the Mariners are better than the Angels. And now I would like, for all those reasons, I'd like to see the Angels get in. Because it's absurd that Mike Trout, like, never has a shot in a year. Like, it's ridiculous, but
yeah.
I'm going with the Mariners, as much as I don't like them either, because they ended Donnie Baseball, and I'm still bitter about that.
All right, well, why don't you start off the National League? It seems like the American League, I talked, and you're like, yep, you said everything I wanted to, so I don't want to steal your thunder.
Well, that's all good. So, NL East, I'm taking the Braves. I think the Braves are still going to be the team to beat there. I mean, look what they did last year, and Acuna was hurt for how long? Like, how many games did he miss? Like, it didn't slow them down whatsoever. If Freddie Freeman walks, then maybe they might not win the division, but the Mets are going to be the Mets. You know, we know who they are already. We know what they're going to do every year because they do the same thing every year. I'm sorry to my friend Nick if you're watching. You're probably going to block me, but they're going to Met it up. That's what they do.
But they've got DeGrom and Scherzer.
Still, the Mets, though, they don't get nice things. It's like I'm a Jets fan. I don't get anything nice. I get nothing nice.
Funny.
It's like the same thing. Like, I could be wrong, obviously. I mean, it's going to be close. I think the Braves are the team to beat still. I mean, the Phillies, The Marlins, forget about it. The Nationals, like, who's even left on that team? They were gutted. Like, the Nationals, like, I didn't look at the under win total. They're probably, like, something absurd, like 67.5, I'm going to guess. Like, and I would take the under because the Nationals are going to be terrible. And it's a decent division, so they're going to get beat up. Who do you like in the NL East?
Well, now I got to look up their win total 68.5.
Oh, I'm so close.
You were so close. You know what, man? I'm gonna go with the Phillies.
Okay.
Yeah. I like what their pitching staff can do. Josh J.R. Noble, he has turned me into a Bryce Harper fan now. Him and Jacob Stevens, Jordan's brother on Twitter. Both of them have turned me on to Harper, and then just the pitching staff is getting better and better. They've got a good supporting cast around them. The Braves have the most talent. Well, I don't know. The Mets have the most talent, but like you said, Mets going to Met. But the Braves.
I'm talking about. I wonder how many people are going to block me after that one.
I mean, the Braves were a great story last year and really the year before with Joey Votto not taking home, and they should have won that game. And Bauer was pissed, but I don't want to talk about it. But they've been good for a long time. I do think Freddie Freeman walks. I hope he stays because I feel like he's a Joey Votto type where, like, he just owns the city and he can.
Right.
They'll build him a statue outside of the stadium one day.
He stays, absolutely.
I truly hope he stays. He seems like a really great human being, but I'm gonna go with the Phillies, man.
Phillies. All right, I marked it down.
And let me jump in real quick because Chase got his. I want to say what he did. He said the Rays, White Sox, Mariners, Phillies, Brewers, and Padres. And the wild cards are the Yankees, A's, Braves, and Dodgers.
Okay. Got some overlap there.
Yeah.
I heard the Mariners.
So lead us into the Central.
The Central is not going to be popular, but I love the Brewers. Like, if I had to pick an NL team, it's the Brewers because one of my buddies, when he started watching baseball, he just picked up the Brewers like years ago, and I'm like, I like him. He's a good dude. I'm going to cheer for the Brewers when they're not playing the Yankees with him. Because, they're the Brewers. They're beer. I love it. I love beer. I love Miller Lite. Like, I love the Brewers.
Miller Lite is garbage.
That's like if I'm drinking a cheap beer, that's what I'm having. That's what we drink over here. Like the Brewers, like the team, I like the pitching staff. I think it's going to be their division. And I think the Reds might make it close, and who knows what happens to the Cardinals, because look what happened last year. They were how many games out of the playoff spot, and then they made all those ridiculous trades at the time.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I got to go with the Brewers.
Sadly, I'm going to agree with the Brewers. I would love to say the Reds. They've got the offense and defense, but they just do not have the pitching. I mean, some of the young guys came on last year, Gutierrez and Santillan. Bullpen is just absolute dumpster fire. Like, they could sign me, and I'd be just as good. But the starting pitching, I mean, Tyler Mahle is just incredible. And Sonny Gray is coming back up. Again, he's been on the trade block. Luis Castillo started off rocky last year and came back hot. Like, if Santillan and Gutierrez can get it together, like, yeah, watch out. The Reds are on fire because they can absolutely make a run. They have the talent. They just need to put it together. But I got to go. As much as I hate to say it, the Reds just they're just dollars short.
So, the odds actually are pretty close. This book has the Brewers minus 125 and the Reds plus 208.
Yeah, I mean,
and then the Cardinals at plus 700, and then everyone else, because like I'm not even gonna acknowledge the Pirates exist because they're just not even a real team. Yes, Miller Lite. Thank you,
Che, how about you and Jen getting on some Three Floyds, Alpha King, or some Gumball Head? Drink some real beer. You should know what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, they sell it in Indiana, so it's a brewery near Indianapolis. So that's like my favorite right there. That and Brewdog Elvis Juice is my kick right now. So
nice.
All right, so who do you got in the West, man?
So I'm taking the Padres. I just really, really like the Padres roster. I like their pitching staff. They have some depth. Bullpen's okay. It could be improved a little bit, but I mean, how many years do we have to see the Dodgers keep winning the division? Like, I'm sick of the Dodgers. Like, they did me a favor the 1 year with the Astros, but that's about it. Like, I have no use for the Dodgers. And your guy, Cody Bellinger, completely screwed me in fantasy last year, so I will not cheer for him ever again.
Yeah, he screwed everybody because he came out and did nothing. He had one big hit in the postseason, and that was it.
It's true.
But you gotta look, man. I gotta go the Dodgers. I mean, their roster. You got Walker Buehler, Julio Urias, and Tony Gonsolin starters. I mean, obviously they'll get some other people. You got Will Smith, Matt Beatty. You got Trey Turner. People forget they got Trey Turner and Gavin Lux with Chris Taylor up the middle. And you got AJ Pollock, Cody Bellinger, Mookie Betts. I don't know. I only got a couple of MVPs on the team, so a couple of Cy Youngs, a couple of MVPs. I mean, the Padres got all the young love, the energy. They got the chains, the fun. The Dodgers just got the business. Like, until you can beat me, I'm taking LA. I mean, I got LA back in the World Series again next year, and that's going to be my pick is the White Sox and the Dodgers. The White Sox winning it all. But yeah, we got to make our wild card picks next, and then move on, man. So, who do you got in the AL wild card?
So, AL wild card. Surprisingly, the Dodgers are it's actually close. Minus 140, Padres plus 208.
Yeah. I'm looking at the same thing you sent me earlier. So
yeah, I figured it'd be easier. So trying to see. So the wild card, since I took the Yankees for the division, I gotta have the Blue Jays there. And then I would take who did I have close? Oh, the Astros. Blue Jays Astros. Yeah.
All right. I'm going Yankees and Tampa Bay Rays since I got the Jays winning the division. Yankees and Rays are my 2 wild cards.
Sorry.
In the National League, I'm going to go the Mets and the Padres for my wild cards.
And a wild card. Mets, Padres. Okay.
Shay, if you're still watching, who do you got in the World Series?
So for my wild card in the NL, then I would take the Cardinals because you just can't predict what they're gonna do. Like somehow they pull it out. I'm gonna take the Cardinals and the Mets because I think the Mets will make the playoffs. But
yeah. All right, then who's your World Series, man?
My World Series. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep this organized.
I'm glad one of us is organized because I'm
very type A. It's bad. I should have actually made a spreadsheet for this. It would have been better. Maybe I'll do that later. My kids are asleep. World Series. I hate to say it. I think it could be Toronto who gets hot. I think Toronto could get very hot. I'm going to go with a little off the grid here. I'm going to go with the Blue Jays Brewers World Series.
Wow, that's awesome.
MLB would hate it
because of the ratings. With COVID concerns in Toronto, is Toronto going to have to play in Buffalo again this year? I don't know.
I haven't heard anything yet, but I don't know. Like, so with hockey, they've lessened some of the restrictions because last year they ended up doing an all Canadian division of just Canadian teams.
Yeah, but they don't have that many in baseball, so
I don't know. Like, I don't know how it's going to go. I haven't really looked into it. But you're taking the White Sox and
I'm taking the White Sox and the Dodgers. Dodgers winning it. Jay said he's got the White Sox versus the Padres and Brewers. His heart says Padres, head says Brewers. So
I'm taking Brewers in 6.
And I got a new Chevy Suburban sitting back here when Cody Bellinger wins MVP and World Series MVP, and I sell them all just so I can buy myself a new car. So,
how many games are they going to win it in?
6.
All right. Make this.
There's going to be a big mid-season acquisition of a pitcher, like Scherzer-esque type pitcher. They're going to get Chris Sale or something ridiculous at the end of the year, and that's how they're going to win.
I could see that, actually. That wouldn't surprise me.
All right, well, we've got show off a baseball card you love. I got mine. It's the Cody Bellinger, but most of his say I thought this was the ones that Cody Love on it, but it's not because a lot of his parallels optics say Cody Love. But this is the one I chose to bring because I really just like that Pandora effect on it. Like, I think it just looks so good. I mean, there's a lot of great cards, but this is the one I chose to send to show today.
It is an awesome card. I'm trying to get mine out here. So this is mine. Everyone knows I'm a big Anthony Volpe guy.
See you, Che. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Che. So let's see. So it's a Team USA card.
Oh, nice.
I think these are awesome, like Stars and Stripes. I have no idea, like, what packs I'd have to buy to get these cards. I have to look into that, but somebody had sent me this at one point in time, and, like, it's an awesome card. And I'm a big Anthony Volpe guy. Now, he will not be affected by the work stoppage, so I should be seeing him playing AA ball next month.
Nice.
Very excited about that. It's funny, one of the card collectors I ended up following, like, he works for the Yankees AA team, it turns out.
Oh, cool.
So I actually have some cards I'm going to go drop off at the stadium one day for him that were in the Somerset Patriot uniforms. And I had no idea who he was until I looked at his profile. So he showed off. He's like, "Oh, how cool is this?" I'm like, "Oh, I got some minis if you want them." I actually have them right here. These mini ones in the Somerset Patriots jerseys. So
that's awesome, man. What a cool story.
Yeah, so it turns out, like, I didn't know, like, then I looked at his bio, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize he worked for the team. Like, that's why he's so, like, amped up about it. But I stopped by there. I had to go there anyway, so it's not far, and I'm excited for the season to start for that. At least I have that going on.
You know what else you got going on is the month of I was gonna say the month of March is your big fundraiser month. Like January, I had the Special Olympics. And Che, I'm sorry, he just jumped off before we could mention his heart association. I think he said he had $3,656.60, something crazy awesome like that. Tomorrow's Heart Walk Day at my kid's school. She'll be wearing the Grandma Debbie shirt. And tell us about your fundraiser you're doing, Kevin. So we're gonna dominate March and help out some.
I hope so. I'm trying to. Can I share it? If I share it in here, will it pop up on the YouTube?
If you get on like your eBay account or not eBay, your YouTube account and make a comment with it, it'll pop up and I can show a comment.
All right, I'm gonna try to actually. I better do it on let me do it on my phone so we don't get feedback. This is the last thing everybody wants to hear right now. So
I just wanted to make sure, because we're running kind of late, that we got to the most important thing rather than random stuff. You know, we should have just let off with that.
So, and I appreciate it. So this month, let me just post this in the chat in case anyone is interested. I am raising money for a local animal shelter called St. Hubert's here in New Jersey. They've done a lot of work. They rescue over 7,000 animals a year from various conditions, whether it's hoarding houses or abuse cases, but or if there's a natural disaster, they'll go over the country and rescue dogs and cats and other animals, smaller animals out from different parts of the country. They'll do some out of country rescues as well, and they provide so much for these animals. Like, we've always adopted our animals growing up from there. My first dog ever, I don't know where she is right now, but she's St. Hubert's dog. We got her from there. And what's nice is they really connect with you, even after you adopt a dog, they'll follow up with you. And so my dog, she had a history of being attacked by other dogs, so she was skittish around other dogs. So they have different classes they'll run, and if you've adopted, they'll give you credit towards a class, so we didn't have to pay a thing because we already adopted.
Oh, that's cool.
So they'll help people out. They have a whole program if someone's having a hard time. They'll do whatever they can to help keep an animal in the home, and they just it's really great people that run the group. And I contacted them and found out that I can make my own fundraiser link with no minimum donation. So you can donate $1. I think that's the minimum if there is one, because that's what I tried it out at. So
yeah, Che had some trouble with that, with the $10 minimum.
Right, that's what made me think to ask this when I contacted them. So the person that does all the fundraising or community relations, she sent me a bunch of different blurbs that I could use, and I've been using in my tweets. And I think I have $16 currently, and whatever I can raise is great. I just put a number in there. I know I'm probably not going to raise $2,000, but if I can raise even $250, that'd be great, because that'll help one animal. That's about what it costs to care for one animal that they take in, and they're taking in thousands of animals a year. So
yeah, well, our family's going to be in to do weekend auctions for you, to auction off cards to donate. I don't know how we can help post, repost, tweet, stuff like that, just to garner attention too. Our animals, all three of them are rescues, obviously not from your place, but rescues in general. We just got hit the news today. My brother's dog has cancer and doesn't have much longer to live, so he's really just torn up about it. Pets play such a special place in our lives. Before we got on live, you saw my dog was in here. I told you he jumped in the shower with me this evening. And, everybody and every animal deserves the same respect and dignity.
Right.
And if you can help anything, it doesn't even have to be a human, like a dog. I like probably pets more than I like people anyways. So I think it's just so awesome, especially one that's close to you that you have a personal relationship with. however we can possibly help. If it's even posting in the rack of the day thing for retweets or likes or comments or just sharing it, or we'll definitely run auctions and stuff to help get the money
I
up.
appreciate it. I'm trying to come up with some different ideas. I know what I think we're going to do tomorrow is a thread, and everybody donate $2 and post a photo of your dog or cat or whatever your pet is. And just make a $2 donation and post a photo. I'm going to make a thread, and it's going to bring a lot of positivity to the hot timeline, because who doesn't love animals?
You know what? I just quote tweeted you and just said, put a picture of your pet to kind of preempt tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
To try to rally the troops for tomorrow. Because I try to do that. Like I thought the first day, hey, I've got 5 pets. I can different pictures, post one each day.
Yeah.
Then I just forgot. So I'm going to try to make it happen. Because everybody, as soon as we got Sam, everyone was like, "Oh, Sammy, sweetheart, I love her. She's the best. She's so adorable." Like you said, so much positivity, and who doesn't like seeing pictures of pets on their timeline?
Exactly. So I think I'm going to do that every Friday. So for the month,
that's great.
Because $2, if 10 people do it, then you have $20. And it just kind of goes on and on from there. Like, it doesn't have to be much. Anything helps. Retweets help. I want to do some kind of, like, I was thinking about maybe doing some kind of raffle, but I don't have a lot of firepower, and I've never done anything like that. So I would definitely need help trying to organize something like that if I went that route. So I think about that still. I bought a couple blasters that I would be willing to throw into something like that. So I got to see what I can do with that. So
yeah, I got some mosaic hangers coming. Auction one off, or maybe it worked really well. It was like the Raz. I did that for the Series 1 box. I raised like almost $300 with people, and obviously you're paying more than what it's worth, but it's also not going to me. It's all going straight to
right. That could be a good idea. Maybe
I was like, anybody who donates 22, because it was on the 22nd. As anybody who donates 22 or more dollars will be entered into this, and there was like 14 people, I think. So
yeah, no, that's true. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, it could be like, hey, I got a blaster. Anybody who donates $5 is entered in. Even if you get 4 people, there's your $20 that you paid. So
right. Yeah, I'm trying to expand, because I've never fundraised besides the polar bear plunge, really. So
yeah, get with Eric Hecker. I mean, that's what he does for his life. Like, he's with the Crohn's and colitis. So that's what he got me into it huge last year with the ripping for the cure, and then the polar plunge, and then obviously this year I smashed that. So
yeah, you did.
And then Shay's done some awesome stuff too, I know, and Tom Willis has done some great stuff. So you got a bunch of friends here to help you, buddy.
No, I appreciate it. It's gonna be a good month. It's gonna be fun. I've got a lot going on this month, so it'll be good to have something else to focus on.
Yeah, man, you said you were moving. Moving is like the most stressful thing ever.
I know. So this weekend I'm getting a dumpster, and my friends are coming over, and we're just throwing out stuff we don't need. And then I'm having photos taken on Monday, and the listing goes up on Thursday.
You're just going to write Kansas City Royals on the side of the dumpster, light it on fire, and live shot at the roster?
I could do that, unless it's get green, then it's right on brand for them.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think it's funny as heck.
Oh no, the Jets are just garbage, and I know that. That's why, I'm not really a big football collector, other than a couple guys that play for Florida State I like. Who am I going to buy a card of with the Jets? Wayne Corbett? That would be the only cool one I could think of.
Mark Sanchez.
No, Nick Mangold, Wayne Corbett,
Bart Scott.
That's about it. Bart Scott, okay.
Can't wait.
I love that guy. So 4 guys. What am I going to do with that? I don't need all these random extra cards laying around. I don't have enough space for it. I have one drawer in the house with all my cards.
I have a nightmare.
Still?
Yeah. I was supposed to go through it today, and I went to the casino with my mom instead. So
I was about to say that, but I didn't want to go there.
Yeah, that's what I did. Well, man, we're coming up on an hour. I know we got 2 topics left. I say we save them for next week and jump off here. And I got my first day of work tomorrow, so I got to get to bed, bro.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow.
Super excited.
It's gonna be
All right,
great.
well, everybody, thanks for watching. If you're watching live, Che, thanks for interacting. If you watch later, I can't believe you're still here, but thanks. It's been an hour. Kevin, as always, been a pleasure. Rock City to you, and we'll be back next Thursday. You got anything before we head out?
No, thanks everybody for watching, whether it's live or streaming later.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
We're out. So please,